Good evening and welcome to True Encounters. I'm your host, Marvin Allen. Like I said, I want to apologize again for not uploading anything. But like I said before, I got a good encounter for y'all. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna say them for the weekend because one is from a special little girl who had encounter when she was young, and several years later, she had another one. Now, mind you, it took me 4 to 5 months to get this encounter out her because she didn't really want to tell nobody, you know. But like I said, her mother called me, asked me if I could meet up with her, and I did. And she sat down and she explained everything to me. Because at one point she said the nightmares had stopped. Then they started back up again, real bad. So she said she would like for me to talk to her. So when I met up with her and I talked to her and I told her that she need to talk to someone, you can come on, tell your story, or I'll tell it again. And she said, I trust you, to put my story out there to let people know. I'd rather for you to do it. So I said, okay, no problem. Like I said, it took 4 to 5 months for her to get this story out because we would start, and, she would go into these, she would get real nervous and start sweating and stuff, and we would have to stop and pick up, stop, pick up, stop, pick up. But I did finally get her whole encounter. So I'm going to post that Saturday for y'all, definitely. And I think that's gonna be a good one. So without further ado, let's get into this encounter right here. Okay, this encounter happened in Pennsylvania, and this guy and this girl decided to go on a hiking trip on I think it's called the Moshon State Forest Park or something like that. But anyway, they decided to go camping, on a camping trip. So as they arrived, you know, they wanted to make sure that they had enough stuff, that would that was last them, that they would need for the trip. So when they got there and they set everything up, they went out on their walk. So they said while they was walking, they saw, the wildlife and stuff like that. And she said after about 15 minutes, she started hearing this noise, started hearing this noise like a crack, 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 like something was like banging on a tree or something. And she said, "Baby, did you hear that?" She said, "Yeah, I hear, but I don't know where it's coming from." So while they was up there, they had noticed I think she said they had noticed this tree stand, and and he said, "Do you want to go up there?" And she was saying, "No, not really, because I don't know what's out here." So he talked into it. It goes up in the tree stand. They up in the tree stand, and they looking around. They looking in the front. That's when they hear something in the back walking. They can hear it in the brush, and they know whatever it is walking is walking bipedal because it's taking steps in moderation. So she said, "Won't you look back there to see what it is?" So he looks back there to see what it is. He said, and when he looked back there, he said he just sees something jumps behind this tree. He said, but he still could see this thing because he know this thing is wide and he know this thing is huge. But he don't know what it is. He thinking, could it be a bear? I said, no, that's not no bear. You know what I mean? Because he could see the right side of this thing leg. And he know that the right side of that thing leg, he know that thing is a canine leg. So he thinking, what is it, a dog or something like that? So he said, baby, come here, look. So she turns around, goes over on the other side, and she look, and she see that. She said, what the hell is that thing? And when she said that, this thing stepped out from behind that tree, and it stood there, and it showed all its presence. They said this thing looked like a giant dog. Had the head of a dog, the features, it had shoulders. She said, but up in that part where the chest area down to where the stomach was, they said that it looked human-like. But then it had the thick legs, and it had the bent back legs, the hocks and stuff like that. The pointed ears and everything. So they watching this thing. She's scared. He don't have a gun. She don't have a gun. Because they didn't know that they was going to run into something, up here. Just trying to, have some fun. So they watching this thing. And this thing looks up at them. When it looks up at them, it walks in that direction towards the tree stand. And when they get to the back of that tree stand, this thing looks up. When it looks up, it curls its top lip just to show those teeth with them long canines. And they watching this thing. And this thing watching them. They don't know what to do. So now they looking under to where they came up at. This thing walks around and it stands right there. She holding on him tight. He looks down and this thing grabs on to the ladder part and it start pulling itself up. And it's pulling itself up to come up. That's when he shut the hatch and he stood on it. He said, but when this thing got up there, this thing was pushing up. Said this thing was so strong, it was pushing him up on it. And he said, baby, stand on this thing with me, stand on. So they both standing on this hatch. This thing still trying to push it up, still trying to push it up. So after a few seconds, it just stopped. And he heard something go, doom, like it jumped down. Then it walked out to the front of him. It walked out and it turned around and it looked up at him. And it gave him this look like, you shouldn't be here. This is my area. I can get you if I want to. So I'm giving you a chance to leave and don't ever come back. So this thing turned around and it started walking away. And when it walked away, it's walking up through the tree line. And when it got so far, it turned around and it watched them. The guy lifts up the hatch, started walking down. And when he got to the bottom, he wanted to make sure that this creature wasn't going to come back. So he tells his girl, come on down, baby, let's go. She came down. They watching this creature. So they walking backwards watching him. But the creature's not coming at him. The creature kindly turns around and go about his business. So they gets out of there. They leave Pennsylvania. They don't go back up there no more. Now, mind you, when Dave told me about this and they gave me their story and they was telling me all this, and I told them, I say these things out here, and I say you was lucky. You was lucky. That must have been his area. And he don't want nobody in it. So the best bet is to stay away because these things are unpredictable. And if you had a gun and if you would have tried to hurt them, the outcome would have been ugly. Because trust me, if it was that one, it was another one nearby. Trust me. Because it's not going to travel by itself. So he gave me his encounter, gave him some information to look up, do some research on these things so he'll know. I let him know, man, they in all 50 states. They abroad. They in other countries and everything. They just got different names. And I told them, if you ever need anyone to talk to, man, just call me. Or if you know somebody that had a sighting, just get in contact with me. You know, I would love to tell their story. So that's that. So I gave y'all a few encounters. I hope y'all like them. You know, I'm going to upload them now so y'all can listen to them and give me y'all feedback. You know, put the views in. Tell me how you like it. Tell me what more I could do to make it more interesting. Because like I said, when I wasn't on here, I was just collecting encounters, and I got a lot of them. I have a lot of them that I ain't even touched bases with them. That's why I don't post encounters every day like that. Like sometimes I don't see how people can post 3 and 4 encounters every day. It sometimes it just don't seem right. It just don't seem right if a person can post encounters every day. How can you do that? It ain't that many people out there that's coming forward. You know, I'm working through several people just to get these encounters. And when I get them, I hold on to them. So sometime I might have enough to do 3 in one day. You know, but these people that's posting them every day like that, come on, man, that's a lot of encounters. You know, that's a lot of encounters, man. I don't know if they telling the truth or not. But like I said, I will never doubt what anyone see. I will never doubt what anyone see. Because when I get these encounters from these people be emotional when they telling me. So I know they telling me the truth because I'm going to question them. I'm going to question them to the fullest. Well, how did it look? What did it do? I'm going to ask all those questions. And they tell me 100%. And I believe them. So hope you like it. You know, like I said, push that subscribe button, you know. Push the likes, you know what I mean? The views and all that. And let me know what you think or what I could do to make it better. Now, one thing I want to say, if y'all want to hear the Ty J story before Saturday, hit me back and let me know. If more than one person tell me that they want to hear it, then I'll put it out there. Because like I say, this second encounter of hers, this mother is real good. This one is good. This take the cake on her first encounter. So hope y'all like it. And like I said, get back. This Marvin Allen and is out.